George Holden?
Rock Creek Park. 1 hour. Don't be late. Better be by yourself.
Was discovered by Metro Police just a short time ago here in Rock
Vultures
Creek
smell fresh blood.
They're gonna want something, sir.
Everybody wants something, Junior. Tell you what, I'm not gonna make a circus out of a good agent's death. Get them out of here before I get testy. And I'll handle the locals. Stop that. Stand still. What are you, this guy's personal trainer?
I'm taking a statement, sir.
Good news. The FBI is going to save you a lot of paperwork. Take a breather, kid. Have one of my guys come over and get your story.
Look, I understand you're upset. It's been 1 year and all, but this is our case.
Not anymore.
Uh-oh. What is that? Why are you dressing? Why are you dressing? Now you didn't think I had it in there.
Let's play jargon, please. Thank you.
Yeah, we're laying it out now. Hey, honey. They're starting with the spitballs over there. Good. The storm was producing heavy rain, but sustained winds. As we look across the states, you'll see our weather forecast for the week. Okay, guys, let's settle. I've got your assignments, but first let's deal with this misunderstanding we have regarding accrued vacation days. Here's how it works.
Now, by accrued, you mean vulgar.
There are none.
Because I'm very polite when I travel.
Nothing transfers from other government jobs into level 9.
Nothing transfers.
We're live from Rock Creek,
That's
where
not
FBI
fair.
Deputy Director George Holden was found shot to death this morning. We have just received word moments ago that Holden's death has been preliminarily labeled a suicide.
And thank you for the report on that very sad news. Once again, repeating our breaking story, Deputy Director of the FBI, George Holden, has been found dead. The cause of death, apparently, is suicide.
Times about allegations that senior FBI man George Holden dirty at stake, and they treat it like it's crap, like it don't mean anything. Then this wuss can.
George Holden lived a full life, a decorated serviceman, a high-ranking FBI agent. The students and faculty at Quantico, I'm told, considered him family, all of whom will surely miss him.
Flag, there should have been a ceremony. It was supposed to be folded.
It's just a big lie. Nothing they're saying about him is true. That he would take classified documents to sell.
You want to hold him, students? So was I. A long time ago.
You must be Annie Price. We talked about you a lot. Justin Taylor. He told me about the time you wiretapped his own private line at the Bureau and then wanted extra credit for it.
I don't know why he got so mad. I gave the tapes back.
He was my advisor since my first day at Quantico. I know he didn't do it. He was a good man.
Yeah. He was.
Sorry, but you need clearance.
I have clearance.
Not for this.
You're right. She doesn't have clearance. Good job. Annie, come on in. You used to be such a sweet kid. What the hell happened?
Why weren't you at the funeral?
Hey, John. Thanks for the help back there. Sorry about the circumstances, but gosh, it's good to see you, too. Had a lot of choices. Why you were at the funeral wasn't at the top of my list.
And you haven't answered my question.
Yeah, well, funerals are for dead people. The only one I really plan on attending.
No one came. It was empty.
Suicide's a hostile act. Maybe people took it that way.
Oh, come on. They care about the files, about being associated with a spy. Their reputations. George was never this organized.
Maybe he was, getting his things in order.
Is that what you think this is?
I need to take these now. Sorry. So I gotta go.
Like fire ants, these people.
He didn't do it. Any of it. As his friend, you should know that. Why are you here?
If you don't go to funerals, you have to find some way to say goodbye.
They've got OPR investigating. We can do better.
But if Bureau's IA is already on the case... then-
Doesn't matter. Soch, I need you to retrieve all of Holden's email correspondence. Sure, I'll go into the server and try to recover it. Good. Jargon, Travis, can we access his computer?
Yeah, without an actual line into the box, I mean, the best we can do is go out onto the net and check out his web activity.
Only since Holden was government, secure networks, etc., it's going to be complicated.
You better clear the box.
Just get it done.
Man, she's really bent.
What are you doing here?
Following you.
Great job. I can see you slept through surveillance class, so I'll make it really easy for you. My next step...
Records. To see if Holden was working on any kind of case. I saved you a trip. There's nothing there. The professor hasn't had an active case since '92, but if the answer's not here, then it's someplace
else. I didn't ask you for help.
I'm not helping you. I'm helping Holden. Agent Price, someone has framed him, and I would like to find out who.
Okay. I need his computer.
I'll see what I can do.
Hello. Check it out. Holden was a regular visitor to the IIA site.
Intelligence information analysis. Someone attached a piggyback to a file he downloaded from World War II encryption?
Could be how classified files landed on his local drive.
That would sure make him look bad.
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, this wasn't some script kiddie with a freenet file who delivered it either. I mean, this is sophisticated work.
Anybody ever notice how weird we talk?
Annie's holding something back.
But she's holding everything back. She's not hardwired to cry, so she throws everything into the case. If there is a case.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Soch.
Well, look, if she's not going to tell us, we'll just figure it out for ourselves. What her relationship with this guy Holden was, their history...
Whoa. Spy on Annie? No, forget that. I don't want any part of that.
Me neither.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, crazy idea.
Nuts.
Start when she was born, dude.
I saw you across the room. It's so strange. I could have sworn it was your father. The way you carry yourself.
I knew I'd find you here.
I don't like the geese. Migrating back to the same spot at 5 o'clock sharp. Out of habit. Used to be your dad and George and me. Now... Well, it's no fun getting old in the bureau. Buy you a drink? Huh? Waitress?
My agents found a piggyback file on Holden's email.
Damn. I thought you came here to apologize for snapping at me earlier. So they found a piggyback.
It means someone framed him.
Easy, sugar. That's one heavy allegation.
Yes.
Miss. I'm invisible.
I need you to help me look into this. Get me clearance.
I can't even get you a cocktail. Miss.
You can't think that he was stupid, or a thief, or a spy, or anything that taking those files says he was.
Annie, until the investigators do their job, I don't think.
He was your friend. You know that he didn't...
Stop. Now. Leave it alone.
My team found proof.
I don't care what they found. You get into this 2 things. You will probably screw up professionally, and you will definitely destroy your memory of Holden.
I'm a big girl now. You don't have to protect me.
Funny. It's exactly what you said when you went to live with him. You were 12. Go back to that one.
Looks like the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue just got posted.
Better than that.
Oh, yes. We are getting to the good, important stuff.
I know he didn't steal those files, and I don't think he committed suicide. Was there anything about the scene that morning? Anything that you saw that might have said it wasn't a suicide?
You want to know what I saw? I'll tell you. I saw my friend bleeding on the ground. I saw his stupid, empty eyes staring up at me because he put a bullet in his own brain. That's what I saw. I'm not going to tell you again. Don't do this.
It's vault number 5263.
You guys got us?
Okay, you're good. I timed the guard's loop at 3.5 minutes.
You got location?
5263, 3 doors down.
Okay, cameras looped. They'll be watching empty hallways.
Jargon, it's a punch code. Can you get us in?
I got a good friend in security.
Never mind.
Lucky number 45.
Guards outside, guys.
All right, you're up. Looks like it's clean. Somebody's decalced it. You're not going to get anything off that puppy.
It's been stripped. We could have traced those files back to whoever sent them. They knew that.
Any idea who they are?
Not yet.
I like your confidence.
The next move, we talk to the agents and the cops that were at the scene that morning, see if they saw anything that OPR missed. Wait.
Guard passing.
Okay, it'd be a good time to bail, guys.
So if Holden was on a case, even if it was renegade, right? You think he'd request some kind of lab work at some point?
No, but he did. Keep this. Put in for a drug fire test 2 weeks ago.
So it was a drug case. But doesn't drug fire deal with bullets from cartel murders?
It did. Now it's used for all kinds of unsolved murder cases. You put a bullet in the system, you pray for a match.
What case was he looking into?
The bullet was from file number 806-5432. All information stored on site.
Thanks, I'll check it out first thing.
I'm starting to think this is Annie's way of circumventing her no vacation policy.
The results went to the requesting agent. Eyes only. I'm sorry, I can't help you.
The requesting agent is dead.
I can't help you. I'd like to, but I can't.
You break the rules, they break you. Thanks for trying.
All right, listen. I still got the bullet. I could run the tests again. If you requested it, that'd be okay.
Oh, I'm requesting it. What was the case?
Case number 8065432. Murder-suicide, 1980. FBI agent shot his wife, then turned the gun on himself. Their names were...
Price. Amanda and Samuel Price.
Now, Holden adopted her.
And 20 years later, Holden's still looking into Pop's suicide.
It was the only reason you'd have a bullet tested in a suicide is if you didn't think it was one, right?
He raised her. Do you guys get this? It's like her dad died twice.
Detective Smead? Agent Price, do you have a minute? I understand you're at the Holden crime scene. I'm looking into that case. I thought that was OPR. It's also personal. I knew Holden. But you know the rules. Yeah. Rules that were made up by the men who are now butchering this investigation. I'm sure you understand as a woman... Look, don't give me that chic girl crap, all right? I'm a cop. So are you. Bottom line. Have you talked to Agent Coulter? He's the guy that kicked us out of there. He won't tell me anything. He already warned me off the case.
Do you have that exact same thing?
So what is it you're looking for? Did it look like a suicide to you? Was there anything suspicious about the scene? There were... Yeah... No, not really. What? Look, I had to get back to work. I'm off at 11. Call me.
This is weird. I'm trying to go into the FBI archives log, see if Holden accessed anything recently.
See, at least some of us are doing what Price asked us to do.
It's telling me the computer crashed. Wiped out the entire register.
So, if Holden was doing some old-fashioned gumshoeing, we have no way of knowing what he may have found.
Or if he even was there.
Yeah, somebody's covering their tracks. So, how are you doing on the emails? Slowly. I wrote you a bunch, scheduled some doctor's appointments. Nothing juicy yet. Well, forward everything you have so far. Oh, and, Wiley?
Anything.
Burn that hat.
What about Holden's student? Let's look into this guy, Taylor. Social's already on the email.
Jargon. Get on Holden. Track medical records, charge cards, hotel reservations, phone records. I want everything.
And we need an autopsy. Check bullet trajectory. Let's see if this guy Holden really committed suicide.
No digging up bodies right now. This is an inside job. We need to keep it under radar.
Not just under the radar, I'm talking about way underground. I've been messing around with this digital x-ray stuff that you see even the slightest decomposition. I mean, it's amazing. You can tell if a dead guy shaved before he croaked.
Dude, that's cool. That is very cool. I'm into that.
You're both deeply sick.
Okay. Everybody got their gigs? Good.
Wait a sec. What was Wiley's assignment again? Hello? Yes. Okay. What time is it?
Sorry, I just, one thing I learned from Holden, it was never to trust phones.
Come on in. Have a seat.
None of your guys would talk. They said it was classified.
So nothing.
There's something. I'm not sure. I feel kind of weird saying this. One guy told me I was wasting my time. He said Holden was dying anyway.
Whoa, check this out.
I've seen her before. You're very limber.
No, this. He had a pretty active correspondence with his doctors. He's an oncologist.
You said we were getting too personal.
Look, he just had a PSA test.
What's that for?
Prostate cancer.
You didn't tell me.
He wouldn't want you to feel sorry for him.
Still doesn't mean he killed himself.
I agree. No one else does, however. Look, if there's anything I can do...
Thanks.
This guy Taylor checks out. Valedictorian of his high school class, awards up the yin-yang, likes ice cream, and takes in stray dogs. Grades at Quantico could be better, and he's a little hard on the ladies, but...
They're giving them out free in the lobby. Can I count on your support?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I was looking for Mr. Brando's hut. This isn't Tahiti? You told me this was Tahiti. Who are you? Oh, where are we going?
I'm meeting someone. Alone.
Great, I'll go with you. So what's your scenario now?
Someone killed Holden and then planted those files to justify his suicide. Something about my parents' case. He found out something and that's what got him killed.
Well, we can skip the thanks for the coming part if it's easier for you.
Thanks for coming. She was killed because she knew something.
She was killed because she was going to talk to you. Which means you better watch your back because somebody doesn't like what you're finding out.
What I'm trying to find out. Let's get this over with. A gang shooting. I can't believe they said it was a gang shooting.
There's nothing you could do.
It had nothing to do with gangs. It was because they didn't want her to talk to me.
I don't know how you did it. You know, when my mother got hired as the science teacher at Beaumont High, I was so mortified I asked to transfer to Pally. This guy was your professor and he raised you? That must have been tough.
You've been checking on me.
Well, you put us on the case.
That is way out of line. I told you what you needed to know. The rest is personal, off limits.
You can let people help you. You know, it's not going to kill you.
Yeah?
Annie, it's me. Is this a bad time? Something's happened, hasn't it? What?
Who is this guy?
We're gonna take it from here, Justin.
What? Justin Taylor? Hi, Jack Wiley.
It's too dangerous.
You think I care about that? You need my help.
I think we can handle it.
We're just about to break this, and you want me to walk away.
Look, you're gonna be a great agent, but you're off the case.
You know, the last time I checked, Too Dangerous didn't get a field agent pulled.
Well, that's the thing, Justin. You're not a field agent.
Yet.
Can't do this.
No, she can. She just did.
Who is this guy?
It's over, man.
You didn't know him. I did.
Well, it hurts falling out of the ivory tower, schoolboy, but you gotta listen to the boss.
Thanks.
I question whether people who play computer games are predisposed to violence, or they become antisocial as a result of them.
I'm sorry, Baba Ram Soch. What was that last jewel of wisdom I missed on the account I was taking Dean Ryder's head off?
I'm just saying that, we all work together, but we really don't know anything about each other.
That's like a bad thing?
Well, yeah, what if I suddenly disappeared or died? What would you put on my tombstone? Nobody knows the first thing about me.
I know all about your stuff. I know who your mom is, who your parents are, where you come from.
Yeah, but you would be useless on account you'd be catatonic with grief.
No!
At 4 a.m., Wiley, this better be good.
It was Hooten's idea.
That right, Hooten?
Wiley said we were gonna play a big-ass game of Twister with Marlon Brando.
Funny place for some R&R. This isn't a putting green?
You see, I'm not the only one that needs a vacation.
Check this out, you guys. Okay, we're trying to get a definitive read on the suicide call. You gotta see this.
Whose idea was this?
It's called thinking outside the box. If this works, we're gonna blow the JFK conspiracy right out of the water.
All right, see there? Bullet hole was right, wide, had to be up close. Looks good for suicide.
Right. He couldn't have been.
What do you mean, he wasn't right-handed?
No, he was, but he had severe arthritis in that hand. He didn't tell anyone. He didn't want anyone to know he couldn't handle a gun. He was learning to shoot with his left.
Guess someone didn't do their homework.
Let's look at my parents. What's the problem?
Well, it's just been a while.
Well, we're here. Let's try.
Okay.
It's really old. There's a lot of decomposition in there.
We can't tell anything. It's just been too long.
Just JFK can rest in peace, huh?
I'm sorry, Annie. I wish we knew something.
They sent me away that day, you know. My father didn't want me to see.
Well, Annie, if there's anything that we can do. Look, this is where I really suck as a guy. What do you say?
Okay, Tibbs and Travis, I want you to hack into the evidence logs and see, what you can find and bring it to me. And Wiley, let's go to the ballistics lab. And guys, thanks. He was such a great guy. We used to go climbing together. He was like a little kid out there.
Just the two of you?
And my parents, before they... But Holden and I, we were the real clam hunters. I used to stay in the water till my feet turned into prunes, trying to do it just like him. You ever been?
Clamming? No.
See, sometimes there are these little bubbles, and you know there's a clam. And then sometimes there's nothing. It's just like a sense, like a feeling you get. And Holden just knew. I'd catch about 2. He'd catch like 100. But he would laugh like crazy every time I nailed one. I don't know why, I just keep remembering that laugh.
That's bureaucracy for you. Paying for the same test twice.
J-Drug Fire matched it to a Chicago murder in 1970.
So the bullet that killed your father was from a gun used in a crime 10 years earlier in Chicago?
But why would he have a gun from Chicago? He was never stationed there. Miami, New York, D.C., never Chicago.
How'd he get it?
I don't know. But Holden did. That's what got him killed. Let's go.
I found something.
Ticket to Chicago I never used. The day after he was killed. The victim's name was Johnny Marcone. Shot in the back of the head while sitting in his car.
Same as the unlucky cop last night.
Marcone was a known button man for the mob. The Chicago mob hit? What does that have to do with my parents? There's gotta be more. Thank you. No suspect arrested, no murder weapon recovered.
Of course not. It's used to kill your parents 10 years later.
That much we know. Check it out.
The original police report.
Name of the first officer on the scene.
J.A. Coulter.
Deputy Director John Coulter, FBI.
He was a Chicago cop?
He used to be my father's partner.
So he took the piece and gave it to your father?
Or used it on my parents himself.
So, do you still have the FBI files up?
2 seconds, what do you need?
When my father died, what case were he and Coulter on? Who?
So, what? Senator who? Pentagon, but you gotta talk louder. Liaison to who?
The Senate Intelligence Committee.
That's not vice presidential candidate Ever Bennett, is it?
Investigated for possibly diverting money from the sale of arms to the Middle East into his own shell company. Looks like he came up clean.
Bennett is due here tomorrow for a campaign stop. We need...
Hey, do you mind leaving it down? I'm kind of a fresh air freak.
I didn't touch it.
State of the art. I'll stick with the manual. Thank you very much.
Okay, now the air's off. The heat
Are
is
you
on.
guys messing with our GPS panel?
I'm into the satellite feed, but it doesn't look like we're alone up there.
Someone knows where the car's cellular feed them when you like.
Well, can't you override their commands?
I'm trying.
You know, this computer car stuff should be against the law. Nothing built after 1973 on the road.
So, I'm trying. There's something funky about the satellite transmission. I'm reading this timing device that I can't access.
So, what are you saying?
You got a bomb in there.
A bomb?
A bomb?
I'd be skedaddling out of there.
Yeah, you guys might want to be getting out of the car about now.
Oh, would you chill? It's not a bomb. If it was a bomb, they would have just blown us up. Bomb now doesn't make sense. It's nuts. Where are you going?
You know where I'm going.
Going.
No, you're not.
Annie, you can't just...
You know how you can help me right now? I gotta do this alone.
See? I told you somebody doesn't like what you're up to.
My opponent's record shows that he just doesn't care about education. Showing up at inner city high schools to get his picture taken during the campaign is just not as important as voting for this, the single most important education appropriation bill in this past decade.
There's money there.
Yes, Senator Bennett, he just didn't
Riveting,
show
isn't it?
At all.
Better than wrestling. Only wrestling isn't as crooked.
There's expressing sincerity.
How did you get into my house? What are you doing here?
Gun.
Annie, we were never that sort of friend.
We were never any sort of friends. What's Bennett promised you? A place on his cabinet? Reno's job? Maybe FBI director. That would make you happy for a while.
This is ridiculous.
I'm thinking Bennett's a thief. I'm thinking my father knew that. He was going to expose him. But you killed him before he could. And then you killed Holden because he knew.
This is insanity. You've made up...
I'll tell you what. You tell me lies, and I kill you. You tell me the truth, and I'll just turn you in. Did my father find out that you were protecting Bennett?
It was in his report.
And my mom? Why did you kill her?
Hell, Annie, he told her everything. Everybody knows that.
He told her about this?
I couldn't take a chance.
slowly put down the gun.
It was suicide, really. You should have known better than to leave us alone.
Us. We work for Bennett.
I was sent to let the dust settle nicely. Make sure things didn't get too messy.
You're not a student.
Well, I'm enrolled. I just skipped class a lot.
What about me?
Don't worry, you're not my assignment. He was. I do what I'm told.
I can bring Bennett down.
Yeah, and if Bennett known you would have been here, things might have been different. But he didn't. I did.
I might.
I jammed it.
I can bring you down.
I can't wait.
This is not a game.
No? Well, if you're going to come after us, then come. It sounds like fun. Just remember that everyone who knows about this is dead.
I'm not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the next Vice President of the United States, Everett Bennett.
Now you see why I don't vote.
Holden tried bringing me back to Maine after my parents died. And I wouldn't go near the water. He'd be out there clamming all by himself. And I hated him for it. I hated him because he was there. And they weren't. But still, I wasn't too proud to devour all those clams when he brought them in. So, every day, he'd be back out there for more. I was pretty mean to him as a kid. And now. But it didn't matter. He was always there. Always trying. They think they're smooth sailing to the White House. If there's one thing I've learned from Holden, it's persistence.
On an all-new Stargate Atlantis, a replicator is on the loose.
Ron and I are going after him.
Now Shepard must end the rampage.
I need to know what I'm up against.
But can he trust his enemy to help him stop the killer?
One hell of a week.
Stargate Atlantis, all new tonight at 10, part of the all-new Sci-Fi Friday.